Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Redmen TV ahead of Liverpool versus Arsenal in the Premier League. Two sides going head to head, trying to make it 3 wins out of 3. I'm joined today by none other than Robbie Lyle from Arsenal fan AFTV. Apologies. Robbie, how are you, mate?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Mate, I could never get used to that. Like, are you used to it now?
I'm used to it because I have to say it. I say it every day, so I'm used to it. I'm used to it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people still just say Arsenal fan TV, but whatever you want to say, man, it's all good.
Everyone knows who you are. Doesn't matter whether you say FTV or Arsenal fan TV, does it, mate?
All right,
we've got a big game, obviously, and it's use again, and then it'll be use again on Thursday. Is it now?
I know it's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
I'm so bored of you, Robbie. Not you personally. I mean Arsenal. Like it's insane at the moment because we've had tough games against you. And obviously, you won the Community Shield earlier on, start of the season and stuff. Like you must be on a bit of a roll and feeling good at the moment.
Yeah, no, confidence is high. You know, we obviously FA Cup win, and I think it was the manner in which we won the FA Cup. You know, we had to overcome City in the semi-final, Chelsea in the final. Just before that, we beat you guys in the league as well. I think that was a big boost to us because, you know, everyone was expecting us to get beaten that. And then, of course, the Community Shield, even though it was a draw, really, in reality, it was a draw at full time. But we won that on penalties. Again, confidence boosting. And then we started the season 2 wins out of 2. I don't think it was a great win over West Ham in the league. I have to say we were a bit fortunate in that game. And then we followed it up with another place that we never seem to win recently, Leicester. I know it was a Carabao Cup, but going there 2-0 clean sheet. So the confidence is really high at the moment amongst Arsenal fans. We're very pleased with the manager. And we're just all looking at it and saying, you know, and get a couple of signings in, a couple of really good signings. We've been linked to a couple of players that if we got them in, we look on it and say, well, you know what? We could challenge for that top 4 position. Not leagues yet. We know we're nowhere near that, but we're seeing movements in the right direction, and that's really encouraging for every Arsenal fan.
I can imagine, mate. And you know, I know you beat Leicester 2-0 midweek and stuff like that, but to be able to do that with a change side as well obviously gives you confidence. How are you feeling watching the team now? Because I think, you know, when Arteta first came in, for me, looking from the outside in, correct me if I'm wrong here, mate, of course, you know, it seemed like the team, he wanted to get them to play one way, but maybe the players obviously weren't used to that way of playing. Now it feels like I'm watching a coherent football side whenever I look at Arsenal, and everyone seems to be singing from the same hymn sheet. And, you know, maybe it doesn't work all the time with the passing out from the back, but in the Community Shield, I thought you did that really well against Liverpool's press.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying watching Arsenal at the moment. Under Unai Emery, I didn't know what. I didn't even know who we were. There was no identity. I was just like, what are we? What do we do? Under Wenger, I knew what we did. I knew our style of football. Under Unai Emery, I had no clue, right? And I don't think he had any clue. That's why he ain't here no more, right? But under
shots fired, la.
No, but that's
Unai Emery.
To be honest, that's the reality of it. And I think that was his downfall, that nobody knew what he was doing, even the players. But I think under Mikel Arteta, he's got a distinct plan. He knows what he wants to do. And I think tactically, he's been really good. He knows that, listen, you can't go toe-to-toe with Man City. You can't go toe-to-toe with Liverpool. You get smashed. You got to come with a tactic and find a way to beat these teams. And he's done that very well. And I think it's been his tactics, and he's got his philosophy. Like you said, he plays out from the back. Funny enough, we was having a little discussion about it last night and saying, does the fact that there's no fans at the ground help something like that? Because I know if that was at the Emirates, everybody would be like, what are you doing? Right? But there isn't, and they're able to just execute that. And they've been doing it very, very well. We're scoring some excellent goals like that. And I remember last time we played Liverpool, that worked very well. And then we were getting, you know, we know that Liverpool play a very high line. So we were trying to get in behind that high line with Aubameyang and, you know, Pepe and stuff like that. So I feel that he tactically is very, very good. And, you know, for us to have any hope in beating Liverpool, it's going to have to be a tactical job. You know, we're not going to beat you player for player.
That's it. I agree with that. I think, the back three in the midfield maybe aren't quite up to Liverpool's standard right now, but, the front three certainly are. There's no worries about the forward players for Arsenal, is there? I mean, we saw what Aubameyang can do in that Community Shield. Obviously Nico Williams was playing right back. We're hoping to have Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well, he'll be playing right back in this game, but still a test. I mean, from a Liverpool point of view, Robbie, I think, we'll obviously the focus will be from Liverpool fans' perspective on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Have you ever seen a side really stop him, stifle him? What's the best way of doing it?
Yeah, listen, I think the way to stifle Aubameyang is to try and ensure that he doesn't see a lot of the ball, right? So because he's not a player that sort of comes looking for it a lot, or he relies on service. So if I was like trying to plot a way to nullify him, it'd be like stop the ball from getting to him as much as possible. But if he gets that ball in behind, he is deadly. And he's a sort of player that he doesn't need a lot of chances in a game. That's what makes him so good, to be honest. Mm-hmm. He don't lead a lot. You just got to get in there once or twice, and it can be curtains. And that's why he's such an important player for us in these type of games, because it might only be once or twice. But if I was, my thing on it would be like, you've got to stop the service into Aubameyang. But this, I think the style of play with the three at the back that we've been playing has suited Aubameyang and has played to his strengths. And also is suited the fact that defensively we've had problems, and that systems seem to work very well for us. But much better. David Luiz looks much more comfortable in that system than when you're playing a 4. Especially
Yeah, go on. What do you expect from? I mean, David Luiz obviously plays in the midweek game, doesn't he, against Leicester?
Yeah.
But we've seen, was it Gabriel with Holding and Kolasinac in the last league game? Is that the back three that you expect, or is there a reason that David Luiz came in for the league cup game?
I reckon it would be David Luiz, Holding, and Gabriel. I think those will be the three, and then I reckon, like the wing backs will probably be Tierney and Bellerin on each side. With Tierney,
so no Saka this time. Tierney in his place.
Yeah, I get the feeling, or it could be. You see, I think because the problem is that Gabriel's left-footed as well. So it's Gabriel's left-footed, Luiz is left-footed. It could be. He could leave possibly Gabriel out and put Tierney in there, but Gabriel's been. He's been our best defender. He's been excellent since he's come in. He's been really impressive. He's very good at passing, very good on the ball. He's a physical presence. I thought last week he did very well up against Mikel Antonio, who's a very physical player at West Ham. So I don't think he should be dropped. You know what I mean? But if Tierney's fit, you could put Tierney in at left back, so as that third sort of centre back. And then you could put, like you said, Saka in there. I hope we can find a place for Saka, because, again, during the week against Leicester, he ran the show. His kid is unbelievable at 18. But I just get the feeling that defense is more important in this game for us than maybe the attacking players. So it's going to be an interesting team shape. But David Luiz will definitely come back in for that game, I feel.
What about the front three then? I mean, we all know Aubameyang is going to start. Is it going to be Lacazette and Willian up front with him, or will we see Pepe?
I feel it will be Lacazette and Willian, because they've started.
I hate Willian, man. He always has a boss game against us.
Willian has looked very good. It looked like a very shrewd signing by Arsenal. He's a quality player. He doesn't play like a guy of 32. You know what I mean? He's still quick. He tracks back. He works hard, and he's very tricky. And definitely Lacazette. I think Lacazette, he scored in the first 2 games, scored against West Ham, scored against Fulham. He's on form as well at the moment. So I think that'll be I definitely think that'll be the front three. It's going to be interesting, as I said, to see who the wing backs are. Will it be Ainsley, Maitland-Niles coming back in? He did very well last time, like in the FA Cup and stuff like that. Will it be Saka? That's going to be interesting. Even the midfield, I think definitely Xhaka will play. He was rested during the week. But will we go with Ceballos, or will it be a bit more defensive, have sort of 2 holding midfielders in there with El Neni, who again he's like reborn.
I mean, I must admit, mate, when he first played against us it was the Community Shield, he started in the midfield alongside Xhaka, wasn't it? And I was a bit like, I forgot he's even had him. It's been that long since he's been relevant. It's mad.
He's been on loan. He was on loan last season at Besiktas in Turkey, and he had a great season there apparently. And then he came back, and then everyone's just assuming, see you later, mate. He'll be on his way out somewhere. But it started from when he played against Liverpool, and everyone's like, huh? And then he's just been putting in good performances, and he's very hard to drop at the moment. And I think up against Liverpool, where obviously you're going to have a lot of the possession, you're going to probably dominate that midfield, maybe having two sort of defensive midfielders in there might benefit us. And I could see him playing.
Okay. Final question then. Are you happy with the goalkeeper at Arsenal at the moment? Obviously, Leno's the main man, isn't he? Is that someone that you think Arsenal need to be upgraded upon?
No, Leno's quality. Apart from Aubameyang last season, our best player was Leno. Mm-hmm. He, especially when Unai Emery was there, he saved us so many weeks. You know what I mean? It could have been a lot worse for Arsenal. He's an excellent keeper. The problem has been is that, we had Martinez come in, and he stepped in. I remember when Leno got injured in that game against Brighton, we was all like, oh my God, that's it, we're done. It's all over. Martinez came in and he was superb. And I think every Arsenal fan was hoping that we could keep hold of both of them and they could both challenge for that number one position. But obviously Arsenal's a club that at the moment we need to sell players to be able to buy. A big offer came in for Martinez. You think, before he came in to that Arsenal setup towards the end of the season, it'd have been probably valued at about 1.5 million. We got 20 million for him based off of those performances he put in. It made sense to sell him. But I'm still very happy with Leno. He's a very good keeper, very good at playing the ball out from the back. He's integral to that system. He's fully fit now. No problems with Leno whatsoever. He might be busy.
Yeah, hopefully he is busy, and hopefully he has an absolute stinker, Robbie. But what I don't normally ask you about Liverpool players and stuff like that, but Thiago Alcantara, mate, you must have sat up and take notice when we signed him.
Yeah, it's a fantastic signing. Obviously, he's a brilliant player. We all saw what he did in the Champions League, and it's not just that. I mean, I watch a lot of German football. He's been doing this for a long time. I think really, he's had a lot of injuries in his career. Had he not had those injuries, he might even be talked about even higher than what he is now. But he's a quality player. And of course, Liverpool, the business that they've done, strengthening Jota and things, I think it's been excellent business. It's frightening for the rest of the league because obviously, I see strength in all areas at Liverpool. So it's a very daunting task for us, but we can go into it with a bit of confidence because, the last two games we've played against Liverpool, I know it's not been at Anfield, we've beaten them. And then also, I do feel it's a factor not having the fans.
I'd agree.
I always go to Anfield every time we play. It's a very, hostile place. Not hostile in a bad way, but just hostile in the fact that the fans, they get right behind the team, and that gives Liverpool an extra %. And I feel that could work in our favour, the fact that we haven't, the fans are not there. That might help Arsenal a bit. And, I think we can go there with a bit of confidence. It's been we normally go out there and get absolutely battered, but I don't think that's going to be the case this time. I really do feel that we can go there. And I think if we're brave, we could get something out of the game. I mean, I watched that Leeds game. I know it's the first game of the season. Obviously, players are rusty in that. But the Leeds game, they took it to had they not have given away that stupid penalty at the end, they could have got a point. Obviously, Liverpool bounced back against Chelsea. Chelsea basically gave Liverpool the game, really. But,
it was nice of them.
But Liverpool did bounce back. But we can go there with a bit of confidence.
What's your score prediction?
It's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's been saying I've been going a bit mad recently because normally I'd say definitely we've got no chance. But I just got a funny feeling for this game, a 2-1 for Arsenal. I know Liverpool haven't lost. Is it 3 years? 3 seasons?
April 2017.
Jesus. But something I have to stick right with my gut. Something.
It's mad, that isn't it? Though that's crazy,
mad.
Crazy.
2017. Flipping hell, but
I think it was Palace. Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I just got a funny feeling that Arsenal could just upset things this Monday. 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay, Robbie, absolute pleasure as always. Don't forget to check out AFTV over on YouTube. I'll be over there, I'm sure, doing a collab with Robbie shortly. Robbie, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Ta-ra.